hello. Welcome to the stream. My name is Sean. I'm one of the player reps here at Kano Apps. And today with me is Henry, the lovely Henry. I will be kind of running this. Henry, you won't see him right now because he is on just audio. He's just on the mic because we are social distancing right now, as I'm sure everybody is aware of. So Henry, say hello so everybody can hear you.
Hello, Sean. If it wasn't for video, I don't know how I would have lasted this long without seeing that lovable mug. It's not the same being socially distant on the live streams. For example, I can't pound the table and ruin the audio when I get really excited about something. But it is nice to see you. I'm really glad that you've set this up, and I'm glad that the players have joined us on many of our live streams, and we keep getting bigger and better, and that's what we're going to keep doing. So I'm thrilled to be here. Thank you for including maybe the last picture of me in a tie that I can remember. That might be 2 or 3 years old now.
If you want to send an updated picture, by all means. But this is the only one I had.
I don't know if I do. The tie makes me look businesslike and professional. But the smile says I'm open to new ideas. Come on in and chat.
Yeah, that's a great way to be, especially when we are going to go through a few of our kind of just a bit more. I don't want to say business, but we want to get through a list of things that we want players to know about, and then we're going to kind of settle into a bit more fun, chatty trivia stuff. So the first thing on our list, and kind of one of the biggest ones, is, as many players will know, we are going to be rolling out a raid tomorrow.
Woo!
And it's going to be the wonderful Rum Runner. So a little bit about the raid. It's actually going to be a special event. Longtime players will know this event. Actually, if you've joined for the last year, I believe we rolled it out this year. So tomorrow is the Rum Runner Raid Boss. We'll be bringing it with the Raid Bounty event. For those of you who don't remember what the Raid Bounty event is, I'm going to kind of run through how that system works really quick at the end here. That raid will start at 6 a.m. So it's actually starting earlier, 3 hours earlier than normal. And a quick recap of that event. Let me jump over screens here so that we can all see what I'm showing. So a quick recap. Basically what happens is each raid, you're going to have these bounties to go after while you're completing raids. There's 3 types of bounties. One is attack, one is healing, and one is killing, as I'm going to demonstrate right here. There's the attack one, there's the heals, and there's the killing one. What happens is, as you complete those milestones, you can then collect to gain an item, and then that item will, once you've collected that, the stars you'll see at the top there, they actually upgrade to the next level. So each level, there's bronze, silver, and there's gold. Each one has 3 except for gold. Gold only has 1, but it's repeatable. We'll get back to that. So yeah, you basically, as you complete them, the difficulty goes up, but the rewards get better and better and better. So one thing to note that's very important is you cannot progress that bar until you've collected. So if you've filled out the first one, the first kill one here, it's just kill 1 raid bounty, right? If you've done 2 and you haven't collected, that second one, when you collect, both are going to be counted. So you want to be kind of tuning in every once in a while. When you reach a milestone, collect it, come back to it. Once you've reached the next one, collect again. That's kind of the fastest way to progress through these milestones. And yeah, that's kind of the gist of the raid bounty event. The idea is each one of these will give you a reward. So players are getting guaranteed rewards as well as the rewards from the raids. So you're just basically rewards are going to be thrown at you from left, right, center. And then once you've completed all of these milestones and you're at the gold level, those are repeatable. So every single time you beat a gold one, you collect, you can just repeat it. It's just going to keep happening again. That's different than there's only 3 bronze, 3 silver of each one. So that's kind of the gist of the bounty event. It's one of our more popular events because of just how much rewards people get. You just get thrown at you from everywhere. If you do have any other questions of how the raid bounty works, you can actually, on the page when it's live, there will be a little blue icon you can click on, and it'll give you kind of a bit more of a breakdown of how the event goes, as well as the first time you open it up, there'll be a quick little read if you want to kind of catch up. But the gist is you complete raids as normal, but as you're completing these milestones, you're going to want to go in and collect them. And
that's the only real issue we've had with this, Sean. We've had a lot of really good engagement. A lot of people like it because, as you said, they get rewards for great activity they already do. But your progress on the next bounty will not start unless you collect your current bounty. So make sure you are checking that page all the time, because you may have hit the milestone without even realizing it. And that's something we want to avoid, because if you keep doing actions without collecting, you're not going to make any progress on your next one. We did see that a couple of times the last time we ran this event. So players, make sure, one piece of advice, check that screen and collect as soon as possible so you can maximize your chance of getting rewards. And if you do have any issues, you know who to contact, myself or Sean.
Yeah. So you write in if you have any feedback about the event. Tell us what you love about it, what you wish to be improved. We always love hearing it. You'll hear us mention this a couple times throughout the stream. Feedback is important to us. We're always looking for it, and we're always taking those into suggestions. And we have team meetings where we discuss the feedback that we get. So please keep sending it in. Also, if you've made feedback and you actually haven't seen the results of your feedback, don't be discouraged, because we have plans like for months and months and months in the future. So your feedback, your direct feedback, could be within those plans. We just haven't gotten to it yet. Kind of one of the abilities of being a small team. We have to plan out, and then we kind of get through them as we can. So that is the raid that's happening tomorrow. Again, it's happening earlier than usual. We're going to be starting it at 6 a.m. and it ends at the regular time. It's just a bonus 3 hours that we're throwing in there. Okay, next part of this little live stream. Let me switch over the page to go here. Back to Henry. One thing we like to discuss in these live streams is we try and catch up on kind of what happened in the last month or this month, and tease a little bit of what's coming. So currently this month, a really big thing which all of you players in LCN will know about, and all of our other games, they already know about this, is the account linking. So we've rolled that out in LCN. We've gotten through, I think, most of it. The vast majority, from the data we have, the vast majority of people have gone through it, and we're all good. But there are still a few people who are having trouble. If you are, please write in. And if you've already written in, we are working through all the tickets to try and get to you. We just have thousands of players, so when they all come in at once, which is what happened, it can take us a little bit to get to. So thank you, everybody, for your patience in that. For whoever did have the issues, everyone who didn't have the issues, this doesn't apply to you. You faced it. And that's the account linking. That was a big one this month, and we should be wrapped up. Hopefully by the end of this week, we've got to everybody. And if not, again, please write in, and we will be jumping on and helping you with that. What else happened this month? Henry, do you want to grab this next point?
Sure. Now we had a conversation earlier, Sean. I still don't know if it's pronounced Xola or Sola or Xola. Regardless, we have rolled out a new way for players to pay, which is great. So Xola, how would you pronounce it? Zola?
I'm saying Zola. Final answer.
Okay, Zola. Let's go, Zola. Final answer. You're the runner of the live stream. So there we go. It's now available on Kano Play as a payment processing option for our players. There are a slew of options to choose from, including one of the most popular and requested, which is PayPal. We didn't have it available, and now we do. So I know a lot of players are going to be sighing a breath of relief that they can actually now purchase, and we really appreciate the feedback. We did get quite a lot of players asking for this. Stripe isn't going anywhere. It'll just, Sola will just help cover more payment options. Yeah. So, of course, if you're having any issues, as usual, let us know, but I haven't heard of anything yet in terms of roadblocks. We're really relieved to have this in. Thank you all for your patience on that one.
Yeah. And outside of that, what the next thing we had is we had a big lottery winner. Over 4,000 FP was won just recently in LCN. Not the largest we've ever seen, but it is massive. So congrats to that player. Awesome there. Halloween was wrapped up. Obviously, everybody was kind of partook in those events and had the chat color changes, and pretty good fun there. Literally yesterday.
One thing, Sean, before we jump past the lottery, I want to mention we do get some players asking about it. The current system we have just yields way bigger jackpots because more players are participating, and with the new system, we don't have any issues like I didn't validate my ticket, or if we do, it's about 1/1000th of the issues we had in the previous system, which may have been way back, started before I even started at Kano. So yeah, big wins. We had one player in LCN over 4,000. We have some big winners almost every week. So if you're curious, buy a ticket. You never know.
And actually, just kind of to add to that, players are now more likely, and so I think the stat is you're 35 times more likely to win 50 FP, and the 50 FP and up prize from this current new lottery system versus the old one, because we basically took the amount of numbers needed, we reduced it, the amount of numbers to pick, we reduced it, and so that increased the overall chance for everyone to win the 50 and up prizes. So It is a more rewarding system. I understand some players still prefer the old one. But this is the current system we're rolling out. A lot of people really enjoy it. And it is also totally optional, whereas the other one, part of the other one was reward or lottery tickets were given out in rewards, and so players felt forced to go into the lottery and check all the time, especially players who didn't care about it or didn't want to partake. And those tickets were kind of filling up loot boxes, and so players would get like open a loot box and they get 3 lottery tickets, and they'd be like, "Well, that was a dud." So from that feedback is where we started looking to making these changes. So
Definitely.
But as you mentioned, also the jackpots are way higher. So the highest jackpot we saw was, I think it was over 10,000 FP, won by an LCN player. So yeah,
Very nice.
The jackpots go up quicker, they go higher, and everyone's has a higher chance to win the jackpots because of the reduced amount of numbers. So yeah, so overall, it's we enjoy it. We're still obviously open to feedback. Please send it in. But yeah, so that's kind of the summary of the lottery. What was the next one on the list? It is the Admin Blitz yesterday. So a lot of you were there. Our Admin Blitzes have been proving to be awesome, fun events. We're getting more and more people. We have to increase server capacity during them because there's just so much going on. And everybody kind of jumps on and partakes. And for everyone who hasn't joined, please come join. We basically, you get a chance to come and fight us in play reps and other Kano admins. And we have a wide range of admin levels. So we have some who are lower levels so that it allows people who are newer to jump in and still partake. You don't have to be one of the top players to partake. If you are, you're going to be doing real well. But yeah, so that's
the LCN Admin Blitz is obviously the king of all admin blitzes just because of the population. But last admin blitz we did yesterday, we literally had the most players ever join, which was awesome, which meant I was basically nonstop mashing my heal button because players like killing me, which is the whole point of the event, which is great. And players, if you're asking how come players don't have to heal to chat, well, if that was possible, I would never be able to chat in world chat because you guys kill me so fast. So we just had a great time. Yeah, it's not about necessarily getting the highest bounties from us, but it's more about chatting, trash talking with us and hanging out and killing us and getting some bounties and getting those stats up as well. So if you haven't tried the Admin Blitz, please do. We are looking into expanding some of the timeframes to cater to some of our overseas players. So look for that in the near future. But yeah, for us, it's a highlight of our week, and we thank you very much for participating.
And yeah, we do get feedback every once in a while that people say the time doesn't really work for them. So we are looking into, as Henry mentioned, trying to catch more people within the time frame that we do it. So if you have a time that you think the Admin Blitz would work best for you, send it in. If we may aggregate all that feedback all the time and see what time works best for the majority of players. And then lastly this month, it's not new news for LCN players, but we have rolled out Battle Royale to all of the other games. So LCN players have been playing Battle Royale for a little while now. So if you were playing that and then you jumped into the other games, you'll probably be leagues ahead of everybody else in terms of skill. It's now also available on mobile on all the devices, and it's on PC. And we've rolled out some tutorial videos for each game just to try and help. If you are new and you are a little bit nervous about jumping in, there is some tutorial videos you can kind of go through. So that's kind of what has happened this month. That's kind of all the stuff we've been doing and working on. And coming up, we have, obviously tomorrow we have the raid. Again, starts earlier, 6 a.m., which is 3 hours earlier. And then we have a massive Black Friday sale that's coming up. We're not going to talk too much about it here, Henry, because we are doing a live stream next week, the day before Thanksgiving. And so we'll be having that sale. With it, there's going to be a brand new raid as well. So that's a double raid this month for LCN, for everybody, for LCN, right? And more details about that will come. And so stay tuned, And also
that's what we call a teaser for next week, guys. You get to see and hear Sean and I twice in a row, week to week. We're really stoked. We've got some big stuff coming up for Black Friday. Do not miss it. If you thought we were giving away a good amount of FP for prizes now, wait till next week.
And also, the trivia section will be a bit bigger next week as well. So if you don't win trivia this week, next week it will be expanded. We're going to add a few more questions just to try and because it's everyone's favorite, just try and give away more FP. Speaking of the trivia, guess what time it is?
Is it trivia time?
It's trivia time.
Woo!
That's what you call a segue. Okay, so everybody get ready. I'm going to explain trivia real quick, and then we're going to jump in and do some trivia. So how the trivia works is we give away 50 FP for every correct question. If you get a question correct, you can only win once, though. So if you are the first one and you win, and you still know the answer for the second one, still type away. You're not going to win it, but someone might copy your answer, and you can help them win, or you can help guide them into the right answer. The first one who, we're basically going off the chat here. So the first one that pops up with a win, with the right answer, they're the winner. And that's how we pick them. So you gotta be fast and you gotta be accurate. And today we have 5 questions. The first one I think is gonna stump people. It's not in game. So Henry, do you want to start with the first question?
I do.
Okay.
I do, Sean. As a man who generally fears the sun because of my ginger complexion, this one is very close to the heart. Players, are you ready? The first one to respond correctly will win how much FP, Sean?
It's 50 FP.
50 FP. My goodness. What date is the winter solstice? What date? When is the winter solstice this year? The date, players, please. And I'm sure we're going to see some comments coming in. 50 FP. That's 5 stamina refills. That's 5 sets of hired mobsters. You can think about what you could do with all that FP. Oh, I'm seeing a lot of December guesses. All right, Sean. I think we have. I think we have a correct answer.
Definitely have a winner.
All right, great.
So
we'll be reaching out and rewarding them a little bit later on. Correct?
Correct. The answer is December 21st. It's hard to point when you're on camera to things because everything's reversed. So there's the answer.
Everyone was in the right time frame. I did see a June guess, which is that's interesting. I guess winter for some people might be a different time. But generally the winter solstice is December 21st. We had a lot of people guessing very closely, so that's good. Now, everyone, keep in mind you can only win trivia once. So even if you think someone has beaten you to the punch, just put the right answer. You never know. The people above you could have already won, or they could have had a typo or something. You never know. So make sure you put that answer in.
Okay, next question. Ready? Steady? Which of the 4 games for Kano came first? Which of the 4 games that you guys know and you guys play came first?
So that's between Mob Wars, Viking Clan, Pirate Clan, and Zombie Slayer. Which 4 came first?
And that's not the order. He was just throwing out. Just don't think
throwing it out there.
Just
throwing it out there.
One of the
Which
4
game came first? Okay, we're seeing some guesses.
Okay, and
I think we've got a couple of right answers in there.
The answer's been said. The first one was Viking Clan. So we started with Viking Clan. That's a lot of people don't think that, but it is. It's also the first game I played out of all the Kano games before I even worked here. So
Viking Clan, I think, is now more than 11 years old. Well before my time. At Kano, I'm not 11 years old.
It's way older than me. I'm 8. Okay.
Very cool. Well done, players. Lots of good guesses. Here we go. Number 3. Is this my turn, Sean?
It's your turn. Fire away.
Now, players, if you were paying attention, I don't know if you remember, but earlier on in the live stream, we did say the answer. So if you're paying attention, you're going to get this very quickly. Players, what is the name of the upcoming LCN Raid Boss? The one starting tomorrow at 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Set your alarm clock. So what is the name of the upcoming LCN Raid Boss?
Here it comes.
See? There we go. Boom.
Easy.
We had some fast answers there. We had some people that were paying attention.
I suspect people like copy paste. They were ready. They're just ready to fire it in. Yeah.
Big time.
Okay, easy enough. That was quick. So the next one. What is the maximum amount of stamina that you can enter with during a Battle Royale endurance mode match? So the current game mode that's out, what's the maximum stamina you can get? If you've passed the max, you'll know it. A lot of players will know this. It's also in the tutorial video that just recently released. Some players who don't have enough of the stamina won't know that there's a maximum, but there is one. There's the answer. I already seen it. I think that was Jim. Jim nailed the answer. The answer is it's 5,000. That's the most you can put in. The more stamina you put in, the greater the experience you get. It just exponentially increases. It gets quite big, and we've actually had some players who've leveled up so quickly by using and doing well in Battle Royale. That's the key part, is you still have to do well, So it's a bit of a risk. You want to dump 5,000 in there, and then if you can make it in the top 10, then you're golden. If you win, that's a big reward.
Big time.
But if you get knocked out early on, like 30th, you're gonna be like, dang, I could have done better. And that's why we also roll out a practice mode once a month for Battle Royale for each game. Practice mode is different. It's based on when your raid goes, but definitely jump in the practice mode to try out just different techniques. One of the best techniques is to save your level 3 attack items for when someone's in the red. Switch onto it, kill them, switch off it. Just throwing that out there. It's a good way to snipe some kills.
Good advice, Sean.
But this isn't a Battle Royale stream. This is the last trivia question. That's what this is. So let's jump into it. Last one. This one is for you, Henry. Take it away.
Players, nice and simple one. No trick question here. What is the 7th LCN location? The 7th location you can visit in Mob Wars La Cosa Nostra. The 7th location. Lucky 7. What's it going to be? Numero 7. What do we got? All right. I can hear them frantically smashing their keyboards now. We should see some answers very soon. There it is. Boom.
Already done.
We got it.
Yeah, okay, there it is. Yeah, no, there it is. Shanghai. Wonderful. Okay, let's hop back over here. Hop back over to this one, just because it's got pretty art, so we can look at that. Okay, so I think we've covered everything. Oh, actually, I totally forgot. So 2 things to mention. One is, if you didn't win any trivia, do not worry. You still have a chance to win some FP. And in fact, it's 200 FP. So if you comment, like, and you share this video, I'll basically be picking someone to win 200 FP. We don't really have a rhyme or reason of picking this. Right now, it's just me. So what I'm going to say is, if the comment makes me laugh or giggle or like grunt, then grunt in amusement, then I'm gonna probably pick it. So comment, like, and share the video, and then I'm picking someone to win 200 FP. Steal a joke online. Doesn't matter to me. Find a joke book, whip it open, and steal the best one.
I mean, I bet some players could use 200 FP before the Rum Runner Raid Boss starting tomorrow at 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Mm-hmm. And I'll be picking it tomorrow as well. So I'll be picking it probably midday tomorrow. So it gives everyone a chance who maybe wasn't here live. So if you're watching this and it's not live, you still have a chance to win these, because if you comment tomorrow, the next day, I'll pick one. So don't feel that you've completely missed out your chance on winning some FP. And on top of that, we actually also, just before this post, I think it was at 10 a.m. I could be wrong in saying that. We have another contest post going up. So the contest post is, if you mention in there a friend who you used to play with in Mafia Wars or Mob Wars or any of these style of games, comment their name, and you'll be entered to win 200 FP for you and your friend there if they do come back. Yeah. So that's in total. What's that? 650 FP you could win.
Just throwing it away. There's a multitude of ways players can win FP. It's really exciting.
Okay, and everyone, that's it for the live stream. That's it for the trivia. Raid tomorrow starts earlier, 6 a.m. Pacific time. And yeah, so we look forward to seeing you guys in there. We will do another live stream next week. We'll see you guys there as well. That one's going to have a longer trivia, so that one you may want to be here while it is live, so that we can kind of get you in all the trivia games. And that's it, everybody. So thank you very much for tuning in, and take care. Thanks for watching.